Population growth, digital infrastructure, and electrification are pushing demand to record levels. Much of that power still comes from sources that destabilize the climate. The result is a system under strain, fragile, polluting, and increasingly unreliable. The question now isn't whether we need a new energy source, it's how fast we can build one.
There is an alternative. Fusion promises energy on a scale the planet has never seen. Abundant and virtually limitless. It produces no carbon pollution and leaves behind no long-lived radioactive waste. And unlike traditional reactors, fusion can't run out of control. When conditions stop, the reaction stops. Unlimited, clean, safe.
For decades, fusion earned a reputation as the impossible dream. Too complex, too expensive, too far in the future. But those limits weren't theoretical, they were technological. Today, stronger magnets, smarter controls, and new materials are solving problems that once stopped fusion cold. Fusion isn't impossible. It was just waiting for the right tools.
Fusion is the process that powers the stars. Deuterium and tritium, light forms of hydrogen, combine to form helium, releasing enormous energy. That energy comes from mass itself, converted directly into power. But forcing atoms together isn't easy. They naturally repel, requiring extreme heat and pressure. Fusion means creating a miniature star, then holding it perfectly still.
The challenge isn't making plasma, it's keeping it from touching anything. Because plasma is electrically charged, powerful magnetic fields can hold it in place. The tokamak uses symmetrical, ring-shaped magnets to confine plasma in a controlled loop. The stellarator achieves the same goal, but with a more complex magnetic design that improves stability.
Ignition means fusion produces more energy than it consumes. That requires extreme temperature, immense pressure, and time, all at once. Lose any one of them, and the reaction collapses. Plasma is chaotic. Tiny instabilities can drain energy faster than fusion can replace it. Fusion isn't about starting the fire, it's about keeping it burning.
Drive is squared. For the first time, fusion crossed a critical threshold. In December 2022, scientists achieved net energy gain. The fusion reaction released more energy than the fuel absorbed, not as a theory, not as a simulation, but as a physical result. It didn't solve fusion overnight, but it proved the door is real and finally open.
To turn fusion into a power source, scale matters. ITER is the largest fusion experiment ever built and a collaboration spanning continents. It's designed to prove that fusion can run continuously at reactor scale. With first plasma planned for 2025, ITER is entering its operational phase. Not a power plant, but the final proof that the physics works together.
While governments prove the physics, the private sector is accelerating the timeline. Billions of dollars are now flowing into fusion startups worldwide. Each is pursuing a different path, but all aim for the same goal. Faster iteration, modern materials, and AI-driven design are compressing decades of progress into years. Fusion is no longer a single experiment. It's an entire ecosystem moving forward.
To control plasma, scientists first had to see it. High-speed lasers measure temperature, density, and motion in real time. Thousands of sensors track magnetic fields, particle flow, and energy loss, millisecond by millisecond. That data feeds control systems fast enough to correct instability before it grows. In fusion,
plasma changes faster than humans can respond, so control is handed to machines trained to recognize instability before it forms. Machine learning models study massive data sets, learning how plasma behaves under extreme conditions. They predict disruptions seconds in advance and adjust magnetic fields in real time to prevent them. In fusion, intelligence isn't optional. It's how stability becomes routine.
Fusion isn't held back by physics alone. It's limited by materials. Inside a reactor, materials face temperatures hotter than the sun and constant neutron bombardment. New high-temperature superconductors allow magnets that are smaller, stronger, and far more efficient. Specialized alloys are being engineered to survive radiation, heat, and mechanical stress for years. These materials don't just improve fusion, they make it possible.
Proving fusion works was the first step. The next challenge is scale.
turning brief experiments into machines that run day after day. That means converting fusion heat into electricity, integrating with grids and meeting industrial reliability. Materials must last longer, systems must get cheaper, and plants must be built at scale. The physics is proven, the path is engineering, and the destination is limitless energy.
Fusion has always faced the same question. Can it ever be affordable? Early fusion machines were one-off experiments, large, custom, and expensive by design. Today, stronger magnets, standardized designs, and private investment are shrinking reactors and their costs. Fusion doesn't rely on fuel markets, weather, or carbon pricing. Once built, its operating costs are remarkably stable. As fusion scales, economics shift.
Imagine a world powered without scarcity, where clean energy flows constantly, day and night, where climate pressure eases and ecosystems begin to recover. Abundant power transforms healthcare, water access, industry, and opportunity. Fusion isn't just an energy source, it's a chance to power progress without compromise.